Tell us more about our favorite family.
It's incredible. 25 years this show has been running, 552 episodes, by far the longest running scripted drama ever. One reason, of course, they're cartoons. They're not actually aging like the characters on Friends. So, Alex, that's one reason it's no longer running. In total, the franchise is worth more than $12 billion. So that includes everything from ad revenue to DVD sales, movie tickets. Don't forget they have a theme park, merchandise, Bart dolls, literally everything. This deal is rumored to be worth $1 billion, particularly if they keep going. The highest number ever paid for an off-record deal. Reruns. We're talking about reruns, and also critical here, this is full digital rights, so it's no longer just streaming live on TV. You're going to be able to watch it on digital, on demand, on your iPad, on your phone.
Brad, just like Bloomberg Television.
Just like Bloomberg Television.
Brad,
not yet on Amazon Fire TV and Netflix. Yeah. Netflix is crying that they didn't get.
$1 billion is pretty steep. What's the return on investment for this kind of thing? I mean, is it worth it?
Yeah, I think so. First of all, they could get a spike in about 20 million more households, which could create, 50 million more revenue just in subscriber fees. It's also, it's a kind of a franchise show. It's a show that you can build around. FXX is a network that's going after young audiences. They have a median age of about 38. 200,000 viewers in prime time, but something like The Simpsons can really give it a spike. It's something you can build around, cross-promotion, and again, it can produce revenue. So, yeah.
It's a product that's going to anchor the new network. It's a prime demographic for them. It's 18 to 34. It's skewed male, which is a good thing because it's kind of a market that's harder to reach. TV tends to skew female. Yeah. So it's really prime.
Which in part is amazing in the sense that, I mean, I remember watching The Simpsons when it first came on air. In fact, I remember my parents being a little hesitant on saying, is this show okay? Because that's what it was in 1989 or 1990. Yeah. Oh, there's this renegade character, Bart, it was an adult animation show. Now we're 25 years later.
Spun off from Tracy Ullman, we should say.
Right, sure, spun off from Tracy Ullman. Yeah. But I'm, my generation continues to be the target demographic here, because if the median age for watching The Simpsons is 35, everyone was watching when they were 10, 25 years ago. My question to you, Brad, is how does The Simpsons compare today? Live shows that are airing today on Fox, are they more popular than Family Guy and American Dad? Is it still popular?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere, it's obvious in this animation block, animation domination block on Fox on Sunday nights, and it's not as popular as Family Guy. But if you look at you look at what the revenue is for the last 8 years, it's ranked among the 10 most expensive shows to buy in primetime television. Last year, a 30-second ad cost $230,000. It still ranks in the top 15 in 18 to 34. And you talk about median age of 35. The 4 broadcast networks last year collectively had a median age of 55 in prime time. So, this is where they get the revenue. What Olivia was talking earlier, you get young male viewers to the show, there's a lot of advertisers who want to reach them, and they're tough to reach, particularly on TV.
And that's the question. Will you get more viewers? I mean, no offense, maybe Alix is maybe aged out of the demographic at this point, right?
No, he's not. He's still core.
But the point being is, will anyone but hardcore fans like Alix and Matt even watch it, and do they need the new viewers to really make this?
I think, you could look at something like The Big Bang Theory. Now, that show is ubiquitous all over TBS, all over syndication, and it really hasn't hurt the numbers on CBS on Thursday nights or Monday nights because the numbers are spiked. So it could find new audiences. It can find viewers who are suddenly watching this on FXX. It's going to run an early fringe, so it can have a possibility to get, teenagers who probably don't watch it on Fox, an opportunity to see it. Of course, the downside is people may say, the first 5 years were great. And, these recent episodes of these recent
But isn't that also the upside? That's the upside of this, because I would much rather watch a season 5 episode than a live episode on Fox. Someone my age, at least, who's familiar with the show. I was a dedicated watcher for 15 years.
I disagree.
I would rather watch a repeat of a
But isn't the whole point
episode.
Then to drive viewers to the current news show? Well, so if that's the case, isn't it failing?
I would prefer to watch something new. I mean, I'm 40, so I've seen season 5 every single episode at least 20 times a piece.
So you'd rather watch a horror quality version of the show than
I don't think it's necessarily poor. Some of the new seasons were better than others, but they develop more characters. The storylines I'm familiar with. I get all the inside jokes.
Some of the episodes are very high quality.
It's nice to see something new.
Nerd Simpsonville. Is this show ever going to end to the point?
You know what? If it ends, it's not going to be because of ratings, and it's not going to be because of advertising revenue. They're entering the 26th season. FXX will have any episodes that are made. They will have the rights to it. So after this season, there'll be 574 episodes. If it's a show that ranks in the top 15 in 18 to 34, and if it's a show that ranks ranks in the top 10 for advertising rates. It's not going to end for those reasons. It's going to end because the creators have decided, it's enough. It takes about $500,000 to produce an episode of The Simpsons, and it takes about 6 months to make it.
There is so much money in the afterlife of these shows, particularly, again, since this is an all-digital deal and it's going to be on-demand and pay-per episode and on your app. So there's a huge amount of money.
Did you look at, by the way, George Bush has been in The Simpsons, right?
Now even Elon Musk has been.
Elon Musk was in The Simpsons. I mean, it's kind of like Charlie Rose.
Yeah.
If you've made it, then you're going to be in The Simpsons.
No, but it's really, we spend all of our time talking about original programming, right? How Amazon's trying to get into original programming because Netflix has been so successful at it. But this goes to show that there is actually a huge lucrative business just in reruns.
Because the name of the game isn't original programming, it's premium programming right now. If you want to stay on the air and you want to boost affiliate fees as a cable station, you need to have something that is going to allow the pay TV operators to pay up for you, and The Simpsons is premium program.
And the reason why it's an expensive deal is it's the library. I mean, The Sopranos made $2.5 million with A&E, and that's the most expensive off-net rights of any television show.
Yes, here I made a chart. Let's bring up the chart about it. It's more than $2 million per episode for The Sopranos because it's so few episodes. That deal was cut in 2007. Alex, look down there at the bottom. Only $300,000 per episode for Friends on TBS. Sorry to say, but you've got to keep in mind that deal was cut in 19.
But Brad, to your point, it's really going to be about the library versus the cost.
The library. The cost is, the point is it's about $1.25 million or $1.5 million, somewhere in that range, and it wasn't really disclosed. It's the library that's driving it to $750 million to $1 billion. And a lot of syndicated shows, you get 100 episodes and you go on, things like Friends, they cut a deal after they're on 100 shows, and you can run the whole thing, in a month. You could see every episode. Here, you could see this. You could watch 12 days and never see a repeat.
And to that point, we got to wrap it up with like 20 seconds. Nerd Simpson guys, what is your favorite episode?
I like the crossover episode of The Critic and The Simpsons, which is not a really popular favorite episode, but it's my favorite episode, the movie episode.
I don't have a favorite episode, but I have favorite gags. So when Homer wraps a stick of butter in a pancake and eats it, or when there's going to be a space shuttle launch and everybody runs to the TV to unplug it as quickly as possible. I like Mom, It's Broken. I like Monorail. I like a whole bunch of...
I've been told by our producer, who's a Simpson freak, that you guys are both wrong, and it's Lisa's Wedding is the best episode, apparently. So, anyway.
I like when Milhouse's parents get divorced.